Hey guys, what's going on? Time to do another video. Today we're going to do a tip video on fishing, something I've never done before, so we're going to kind of learn this together. It's the Tokyo rig if you haven't done it. If you don't know what a Tokyo rig is, it's basically a hook that has a wire on it that you attach a weight to, keeps your bait off the bottom, and it can be worked a number of ways. The one I'm going with is the VMC Tokyo Rig HD wide gap. So this is a Texas rigging hook because today I'm going to be fishing a lot of mixed vegetation, so hay stacks, milfoil, grass, stuff like that, pads possibly, and then docks. I'm going to go with this one, the Texas rigging one. It's got the 3/0 in it, and I'm going to use a 4-inch Craw, the Jackall Sasuteki Craw, which I've got some right here. I don't even know if these are still available, but great Craw. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you guys can do me a favor, click subscribe, and if you have fished a Tokyo rig, I'd love to hear your comments. If you're a master at it, bring it. I'm an absolute hog for new information. If you have questions about it, I'll help you out as best I can. Like I said, right off the bat, I'm not going to claim to be an expert at fishing the Tokyo rig. This is my first time. But I think with some time, this is a technique that will work in a number of situations. So guys, do me a favor, click subscribe, leave a comment if you got one, and let's get right to it. Tokyo rig comes in a couple of different ways. You can get them with a straight shank hook for fishing a craw or a worm or whatever you like, or you can get it with a Texas rigging style wide gap hook like I've got here that I'm using with this Sasuteki Craw. But what it really is that Texas rigging hook, and it's on a ring, but there's a wire that drops down below it that you attach your weight to. And you can pick whatever weight you want. I'm using a tungsten weight, so I've got a small profile. This is a 1/2 ounce sinker. And then it goes to, from the ring, it goes to a swivel. So what this does essentially is once you Texas rig your bait, it allows it to stay out of the moss on the bottom. The weight ticks along, causing sound. It's a perfect situation to get the attention of a bass if there's a little bit of ground cover, but have your bait up and above. And when you lift and fall, your bait always swings upward and falls in that defensive craw position. So no matter what bait you're throwing, the Tokyo rig allows you to fish the bottom, but not the bottom. So it's a little bit different than the Eco rig, but equally effective in its time and place. Got him. That guy is in the pads on the Tokyo rig. Not a giant, but look at that. There's that Tokyo rig, Texas rigging hook. Goes right through the pads. A little chunk though. Look at the belly on that. That one actually missed my frog. So I knew where he was as soon as that bait went in there. As soon as that weight punched through the pads, I watched the line jump, and there he was. Now, although I'm no expert at the Tokyo rig, and today was officially my first day fishing it, I took a stab at a rod and reel combo that I thought would work well, and it actually really did. I've got the NRX Plus 904 MBR, and that's a 7'6" heavy power rod that has fast action. The reason I chose the MBR series is because I chose to fish this on fluorocarbon. I've got 20-pound FC Sniper spooled onto the Bantam HG, which is a 7-to-1 gear ratio reel. But the reason the MBR works so well is that it's got a ton of backbone until you get to right about here, but then it's got a soft tip for checking fish and moving along this bait. Overall, the hook size, the 3/0 worked really well with a Sasuteki Craw. That's a 4-inch Craw. So overall, I thought it was a great combo and it worked really well. And you know, for my first time doing it, will I refine it? Absolutely. But if you want a starting point and you've never fished a Tokyo rig, this would be a really good one in a lot of situations. Got him. Another one on the dock. Not giants, but fun. Fun on that Tokyo rig. Get hooked perfectly in the nose. God, if they were only bigger. Got him. Another little one. They're all small today. All right, there you have it. That is my first day fishing the Tokyo rig. I probably caught, I don't know, a dozen fish on it or so. No big ones, lost 2 really big ones and of my own fault. But in reality, I thought it worked really well. I like the fact that I could do this a number of ways. If I was on a rocky point with some scattered gravel, I could cast this a long way with the 1/2 ounce tungsten on it and drag that bottom almost like I would drag a tube. I was able to flip it in and out of weed clumps. I flipped it in and out of a slop mat or 2, and I fished it around docks, even skipping it up under docks, which it worked really well because we're in August here in Ontario, and we've got a lot of that little snotty algae on the bottom of the lake bed. So having that bait suspend off the bottom where the weight's hitting it rather than the head of the bait made a big difference. So there you have it, guys. That's the setup. That's my experiences with it. If you want, I could suggest if you fish super heavy cover, it would work really good with braid and a fluorocarbon leader as well to increase sensitivity. But I had no problems with the FC Sniper feeling everything. That's about it, guys. If you can, do me a favor, click subscribe down below. Like 80% of the people who watch our videos are not subscribed to the channel. So click like, click subscribe, and then leave a comment. If you have some experiences with a Tokyo rig that could help people out, including myself, we'd love to hear them. And likewise, if you have questions about it or my setup, put them down below. Maybe we can help you out. Maybe we can't. We're going to try our best. But that's it, everybody. I hope you're catching fish. I hope you're staying safe. We'll talk to you real soon.